New bull market confirmed. Are the bulls back? Mega rally here on Wall Street. Let's get into it here. It is Monday, November 10th, 2025. If you guys like the video, you can give it a like, comment your thoughts, subscribe to the channel, and come find me on carnivoretrades.com for swing trading alerts, analysis, and live day trading. Stay tuned. We'll have the Black Friday sale coming up soon. So stay tuned for details about that. Only once a year. Take advantage of that. Anyway, let's get into it today. New bull market, guys. New bull market. It's over. Or is it? We'll talk about that. Nice little squeeze here. And in the overnight here, obviously the shutdown news kind of, the catalyst there. I did think it was a little odd, though, that we didn't get a pump candle. I mean, like, yes, we gapped up, but when they released that headline about Mike Johnson or whatever he was saying, I would have thought we would have gotten like a 25, 30 point, like, power candle. We didn't really get that. So I don't know. There's like this thing in the back of my mind, like it's Trump. It's Trump. Like, is he going to say something? Like, is this going to fall apart, But I guess it is expected to be done by Friday. Nonetheless, it doesn't matter. The markets are up. And I'll just say this right now. Nice move. I'm going to say we're going to pull back to 680 by the close. But with that said, it's a good move here. But I don't know if this is like exactly what bulls wanted right now. I know that sounds odd, but I think if anything, you wanted a gap down today. I don't really love the size of this gap here, given the size of the correction. And one thing I did not like earlier, which has changed, earlier we had 184 advancers with the QQQ up 2% and the spiders up 1.1. I did not like that. It is better now, and all that matters is how it closes. It's 320. So unless we get a big breadth decline here in the last 40 minutes, I think that's okay. But we'll watch that moving forward because breadth has been kind of an issue here lately, which again, it's not the be all end all, but when you're at extremes, it can be a signal. And RSP was red at one, for a good chunk of the day. It has floated back up, so something I'm gonna be watching there. 6860 is going to be a level to watch tomorrow. Tomorrow's Veterans Day, and a lot of this that's going on right now, very light volume, right? And the reason for that is because tomorrow's Veterans Day, bond market's going to be closed. I don't think that there's any fund managers even at the office right now, to be completely honest. This is just a computer program kind of float up, and after the gap, if there's not enough participation, not enough volume, this little pullback is just gonna float higher. We actually we actually picked the low of the day here right at 12 o'clock on ES. Not the low, but I got in at 68.02, and it took a while. It didn't. I just sat on my hands all day long, and by the way, I think way too many. It's off topic here, but I think too many people try to trade like all day long, like way too much. I think over trading is a big problem, and I just took one trade today, and really that's all you need. So 10 points, then 17 on the second, and now I'm up 50 something on the runner, and that's in addition to a TQQQ position that we added into on Friday. So yeah, just when the market's this slow, you got to be patient and let those levels play out. You don't need to be trading, 10 times a day, especially when there's not participation. But anyway, sorry about the tangent, but something that I noticed and I always like to talk about. But yeah, let's take a look here. We'll see if we pull back to 680. I think we will. Tomorrow we'll probably be up too, but watch the close. Do we fade a little bit off that? We do have CPI this week, so that'll move the market a little bit. And we'll see what happens here. Now, right now, my feed right now is basically like, I know I was joking about new bull market, but like that's basically what my feed is like right now. And it was like that last Wednesday, and I said, this is a shit rally. And guess what happened? So just be aware, this is still not really this is a lot of air here. Even on the futures, a lot of air. And really on Friday, there was no panic. This is just a grind down. There was no spike down low or anything like that. So we'll see what happens moving forward. I would think here on a pullback right now, on the spiders, you do not want to lose 670. If you lose that between now and OPEX, there's a big fat trap door. that can go way lower in negative gamma. But right now, you know, you got a shelf up here, 68.50, and then 60, of course. I'm sure you can figure out what that level comes from on your own. But nonetheless, good, you know, rebound here, and, you know, at least the market is giving us some nice moves. 625 QQQ, next level to watch there. IWM had a gap that faded. Again, breadth was kind of weak this morning. And the Dow here, only up 77 basis points, but not the end of the world. SMH up 3%, of course. NVIDIA 200, NVIDIA 200 will be resistance. Broadcom was, I mean, like some of these semis are, I mean, they're up 3%, but like, look at AMD, way off the highs here. You know, and even NVIDIA, which is inching up right now, it's not that far outside of its opening range, right? So intraday, I mean, like on paper, Avgo is in its opening range right now. So on paper, it looks like a good day, but they haven't really trended that much. I think even TSM, let me check TSM. Yeah, TSM inside of its opening range, it's almost outside of its opening range. So anyway, we'll see. Cloud, good bid there. I think Oracle, Oracle's still down 20 cents. Microsoft did have a nice move, and then PLTR also a nice rebound on that. Transports, which were really strong, had a breakout move Friday. Pause day, inside hammer. I would take that as, you know, a bullish pause right now until proven otherwise. The Treasury yields were up, so 2-year up 1%, 3.3 basis points. 30 years up just about 1. And they have done nothing but go up since the Fed cut, and they have done nothing but go up. I mean, dude, that mortgage stuff, like, I don't even have time to get into it right now. And I didn't think how much that would set FinX off, but it has. But hey, stimmy checks come in too. How can you go wrong? That worked out so well in 2021. I mean, you know, it's not like interest rates went up or anything. XHB on the weekly here, red bar. But if this can curl itself back up and get back, you know, start getting back above this trend line here, I think it can reverse the momentum a little bit. I like the liquidity grab look, spiking that green bar low and then pushing back above. So I'm watching this here, and it's not quite a buy just yet, but it might be. IYR, you know, still in a tight range. I just want this to either die or break out. Like, dude, imagine owning this. And I tried owning it a few times, and I think I made money both times, but it was like very, very little. Very little yield. Anyway, XLF up 28 cents, so good rebound there. KRE rebounding as well. Again, plenty of room for lower highs on these, though. Just be careful. Broker dealers off the highs here, but nice rebound there as well. Oil, green on the day up 41 cents. Still inside of a tight range. Needs a clear 60-50. What I still am so impressed with, though, is XLE. I'm telling you guys, there is a change here, right? That's 4 in a row on XLE, green. Oil is only green 2 out of the last 4. And look at XLE. I look at XLE every single day. It's right there. Right there on that, okay? Amongst a lot of other stuff. And this price action has changed big time intraday. Usually it's a fade. Like every day it's a fade into the 2:30 time frame. Look at it, like literally, like I'm not making this up. And it's not doing that. I haven't seen it act like this in a long time. So the producers are leading the commodity. That's always bullish. XOP, falling wedge breakout, back above all the moving averages. OIH, new local highs here, new almost year-to-date highs. Trend is now up on the daily chart. Trend is turning up on the weekly chart. Monthly chart, failed bear inside bar, above the 100 moving average now for the first time, like since ever, right? When's the last time this was above the 100? It hasn't been ever. All time. So, producers leading the commodity. It's bullish. Dollar flat to positive. Again, room for higher lows here, although it can still pull back a little bit. Gold was strong today. Got to my first target of 4,100. I did dump my runner. It can still go to 42, but you know it was a good trade for us. So, you know, I'm not complaining. Silver 50. I think I said 50-50 in the weekend video, so almost there. Or no, 51.50 is what I said. But, you know, nice move there for silver. Platinum, palladium, kind of wedging up here, right? Little pennant. You can make a case that it's bearish, right, because of the wide range candles, but at the same time, the trend is up and you're holding the 50. So I'm going to defer to the trend and say it's probably going to break bull. I'm not playing that, but I'm just saying. And palladium kind of has a similar look, but it's more like, you know, kind of an odder, less common structure there. I mean, you could even, if you really wanted to, this is even odder. I mean, that's just a weird look. Anyway, copper had a huge breakout move towards the end of the day, or the middle of the day. Big pump there. Back above 5. So nice move for copper bulls. And Bitcoin here stalling out just a little bit. I did take profits on ETH. I got filled at 32.20 last week on the drop. And yeah, 36, you know, hit that target now. Just watching here, because if this rolls over here, we can get lower, right? And the same thing with Bitstonk. Because if Bitstonk either rejects here or, hang it, or up here, we could be looking at maybe another sweep. Possibly even down in this area. But it might not, right? So I'll be watching those areas tomorrow. Anyway, yeah, spider's pulling back. Let's see if we close at 680. So anyways, guys, that's it. Yeah, nice move here and good trades. I like the volatility. I hope we could just get a little bit more of this volatility. But right now, bottom line, 670 is an important level on the spiders. I don't think we'll see crap tomorrow unless we get a headline, just because of the participation. So anyways, guys, we'll wrap it up here. You guys take care. Don't forget you can find me on carnivoretrades.com. We'll see you guys all tomorrow.